we're loading into right now, Stormless and I. We're loading into Barton versus Cruzz on Samoski Winter. Aren't we, Mr. Stormless?
We certainly are. Great map, great, great player.
Oh, which one were you referring to?
You know damn well who I'm referring to. I'm not going to be giving him any credits in this game.
But
Nah,
no, Barton's my kinsman. If you're going to be a Cruzy fanboy, I'll have to be a Barton fan. I know we'll have to try and sound impartial, but I'm just calling it now. Even though he's a troll, we are. My nan's from Poland, you see. So there you go.
I'm okay. I'm okay. We'll be fine with it. Some great players here. Again, I really like the map for this. I was just having a look at the bulletins loadout here. We see that Barton's gone with very, very cheap Telemines. I believe that brings him down to 41 munitions for a Telemine, which is really, really good. It's going to stop any of this, mid-game, the T-70s and stuff. Very, very popular Soviet strategies at the moment with those Su-76s. It's going to give Barton a lot of defensive capabilities, and it's going to keep Cruzy on his toes the way that Loveness has been keeping other players on their toes. With the mines, so it becomes less of a pull for us there. So I do really like that. A
You
lot
seen
of
what
people would
Barton's
argue.
building, Dan? Sorry to interrupt you there, mate.
Yes, I certainly have. I've been watching that.
You've encountered a few Barton snipers recently, haven't you?
One or two.
One or
Million.
two, three or four, five or six. Yeah, he's notorious for his sniper play. He's very good with them. In tournaments, he doesn't obviously build five, but as Barton sniper, I'm gonna just control group that now because it's gonna be the talking point for the next 20 minutes at least.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be disappointed if he does spam them in this game because I think Cruzz is one of those players that can actually deal with it. And we obviously talked about Sprice not coming up with these kind of strategies at a tournament level, and I think that's because Barton knows that if there's any level of player that is going to be able to deal with his kind of play styles, it is Cruzz. So. He will obviously just be using the sniper very carefully. It's a nice spot for it as well. There's plenty of green cover here. He just needs to be careful of the indirect fire that's inevitably going to be coming.
Absolutely, because he hasn't gone for an MG, the conscript play, usually trying to flank off against MGs, you're just going to get picked off by a sniper. So it does change that dynamic quite heavily.
Yeah, it does, and also what it does is it helps the four-man squads from the Grenadiers fight quite well because it evens it out to a 5v4 rather than a 6v4. If they are going to be pushing up for green cover positions onto your Grenadiers, the shot from the sniper is going to really even that out quite quickly as a fight. So the sniper is, I think it came up very, very early.
As early as you can get it, literally. But interestingly, it's going to be interesting to see just how Cruzz counters it straight away. Will he go for tier 1 build, or will he persist with pushing for tier 3 like most Soviet players seem to do?
Well, you're seeing him go with 4 conscripts at the moment, which is pretty good. And look at that, he chases down the sniper with Ulra and actually manages to get some health off of it, which is really, really important because it's going to force Barton to go for an early medic, or he's going to be running around with a half health sniper. Oh, that's difficult to say. Which obviously isn't what he wants, especially with 4 conscripts around, because once they get that kind of flank, Barton's done for with that sniper. So he's now kind of very pressured to get that up as quick as possible.
Absolutely, you're bang on there. He has got about 70% health, so one more good flank or a few good shots and he could be largely diminished entirely. Third Grenadier coming out for Barton now, so he's not gone from MG whatsoever. Sniper 3 Gren, an odd build if there ever was one, but Barton's famous for his odd builds, but he seems to make them work.
Yeah, he always does, and he always has done, in previous tournament games like this. It's one of the things that is quite nice, though. When Barton plays seriously, it's an enjoyable game to watch, partly because his recoveries are absolutely outstanding. So Crizzy's had a very good early game so far. The territory capping has been down a little bit because he's been so offensive with those conscripts. But he is playing a good game. I don't think he'll have any major problems with capping. Look at him trying to get that sniper down. He's putting everything he can. Barton's
double Uro. Barton's legging it out of there. There's no contestation there.
Yeah, when you make it sound like that is Barton, but that's definitely not.
Elsewhere, you've got Barton capping the fuel point, or decapping it rather. He is managing.
He's not doing badly.
No, not at all. He has got an MG coming out now, so he is playing a little bit seriously. So the build now from Tier 1, Dan, was Sniper 3 Gren's MG, It's an odd way to build them. Usually it's 3 Grens or 2 Grens MG sniper or something like that.
Hmm. Yeah, it kind of looks to me like he wasn't expecting the amount of cons that Cruzz has on the field, and the 3 Grens may be a response to that because the MG is very easily flanked by those cons. So once the sniper was out and the conscripts come on, I think it's only logical that he would have had to try and match that army composure, because if he had gone for the MG early, the 4 cons would have run absolute riot over that, and he would probably maybe even be in a worse position that he's in right now. So I guess in one sense it has actually worked out well for him. I mean, I would never have gone with the sniper first. I think that's ridiculous, but it's worked out for him having the 3 Grens as he has done, you know.
Absolutely. The MG's now pushing to try and contest the fuel point. He's got the sniper, which will be picking off at con models. There you go, 1 shot down. Sniper, by the way, has only got 4 kills so far. It has been 5 minutes, and it was out in the 2nd minute of the game, so it's largely been nullified, actually, by Uraring conscript, seemingly.
Yeah, he's done a really good job just to force the sniper away with the Ura constantly, and it's been worth doing because it takes it nearly 30-40 seconds to actually get back to that point on the map. So it's always paid off for him. It's only got 4 kills in what is nearly 6 minutes now, and it hasn't been able to cap a single territory whilst it's been on the field. So I wouldn't say this has paid off so far. But
it can do. Snipers notorious for their mid-game manpower loss. When you've got more units building a line in front of them, they can just pick away. And I think a sniper, a Wehrmacht sniper, needs to get about 17 to 18 kills to pay for itself. So it's got a long road ahead of it.
Yep, but it's definitely going to do its job, and Barton will be able to utilize that, I'm sure. We've got the MGs for protection now. Flame Pioneers from Cruzz to try and clear out the buildings in the center. Also a very good
pushing the MG away entirely. He doesn't want to tango with it for too long. Elsewhere, you've got Cruzz capping Barton's points all the way up to his baseline on the north side. Barton just has managed to maintain his fuel point, however.
Yeah, he's doing very well. The one thing I really like what Barton's doing is he is trying to out-manpower his opponent. He's pretty much equal up on versatile squads, the core infantry, the grenadier. Support weapons, 2 MGs, very, very good counter to this build, and Cruzz is going to try and counter that counter with the mortar now. I mean, yeah, he's doing the right thing, really. He's making himself just as large as his opponent is.
Yes, he's making himself big, like when a bear attacks you, you have to make yourself big, and that's exactly what he's doing.
That is precisely the philosophy of that. Precisely, but still no medic up yet, and this is where I think this could tip, because conscripts, very, very cheap to reinforce, very, very large in number. The second that you lose that health, and you're sending these squads into engagements with low health, the 6-man squads are going to be picking you off, and they're cheaper to reinforce than the grenadiers, so it is cost efficient.
And here comes Tankovi Battalion Command Tier 3 for Cruzz, so it's going to be interesting to see how Barton deals with that.
Yeah, well, he has got Tier 2 up straight away, so he could go for the early scout car, he could go for the AT gun, or he could go for Panzer Grenadiers, which he just selected. But I guess maybe he's got the fuel incoming to him, so there's a chance that he could go for the double Panzer Shreks. It's we'll see what happens. I mean, Barton, he's very, very confident with what he does. We haven't seen him made any really silly mistakes or anything yet, so I'm sure it'll be okay.
Here comes the Soviet mortar, and indeed, of course, obviously the T-70's on its way. Flamer from the combat engineers forcing over the grenadiers. They get out of the wrong side of the building. That isn't a Cruzz tip or trick.
Does manage to get away though. I just want to point out, by the way, Barton stacking triple bulletins for telemines hasn't actually used any yet, and I'm just wondering, is this a Barton troll here? Has he done that intentionally to try and stop the T-70 from coming out early? It would certainly seem that way because he's gone in for Panzer Grenadiers. Maybe this is the thing. Maybe he thought, hey, my psychological trick of putting the telemine bulletins there means my opponent isn't going to rush.
He's got 2 conscripts and the combat engineers pushing away the sniper immediately and getting rid of the garrison. The Gren's doing its hardest, but it's behind green cover, and the bonus damage from the flame moves it away in turn. You got the combat engineers also pushing in. The MG's repositioned itself, and the Grenadiers are trying to bait the moving squads, but the Grenadiers are in a bad position, retreated only a tiny bit of health. The MG's going to have a full retreat as well, and that's Cruzz pushing Barton entirely away from the centre.
Yep. And you're seeing here what the low health is actually doing now. It was very, very easy to wipe those Grens. They didn't stand a chance, do you know what I mean, of staying in that engagement, basically just down purely to the level of health that they had. So
Did just about make it with a fraction of health get out of there. The T-70 wasn't even needed in that engagement. All he needed was just a great flank from Cruzz.
Yeah, that was a really good push from Barton. Sorry, from Cruzz though. Really, really nice. The kind of effectiveness of flanking and then bringing up, bringing up the shocks as well that have just come in the field. We're bringing in the flames really to clear the buildings with all of that support. Just a full retreat from Barton, and look at the map control he has now for it.
Absolutely, and how is he going to be able to push out of this this interesting situation? He's got the Panzer Grenadiers near the fuel point. Most of his stuff is in base, and he's finally getting healing done. He's got 55 munitions, and he's having to wait for 60 to get his healing, so great call from yourself there. He needed that a lot earlier.
Yeah, this is the thing, especially with Austere, is that if you're going to have 4-man squads, at least give yourself full health squads to fight with, because otherwise you're not going to have a good game, and you're not going to have a very long game. So glad that he's doing that now. He hasn't really lost anything yet, so he still has plenty of opportunities to push. It really comes down to Cruzz here to come up with some kind of defense, because Barton has more than enough things to play with right now.
Just realised this is a best of 3 you're watching. Is this not the quarterfinals done? I believe it is, isn't it?
This is the quarterfinals, yep, so it's a best of 3 match this time round.
So we're in the first game of this. I've now put the scores up as 0-0 to each player. And we aren't privy to the coin toss information, but we are privy to the fact that coin toss does not come into play in the third game. It's all about victory point if it gets to a decider, so victory points do count in this game.
Yeah, as that's what we were talking about a little bit before, is that there's a different level of strategy added now that we're past the best of 1.
Sniper going down to T-70 to interrupt there, Dan. T-70 lunges in. Oh my god, the Gren's just built a bunker to try and stop its path to allow the sniper time to get around. That was a great little trick from Barton there, and the sniper's gone around the med bunker. It's trying to escape the T-70. Great micro here. Here comes the Gren's trying to get the Faust off. You got the Panzer Grenadiers, they have retreated. There isn't enough munitions for the Faust though. Too much was spent on the med bunker, and the T-70 gets out without a scratch on its paintwork, Dan.
That was really, really good to watch. Barton's incredible building of the bunker there, just to try and stop the T-70 from chasing the sniper down. That was amazing.
Shock troops and T-70 on the MG on retreat. They do get it, so Cruzz has traded up there massively.
Yeah, that was good, but
what a little bunker build from Barton. That was a gem. That was an absolute gem.
Yeah, that could have gone worse for Barton. He did really well to hold that. Healing's now up. He's got the Panzer Grenadiers out.
Double Shreks in on the T-70 though, dude. This could be a good little find for Barton.
He needs to get that squad spread out though, because otherwise he's going to lose that.
You were so right. One good shot from the T-70 could have squad wiped Barton there, but he stuck at it and he got the kill on it. So Barton's back in it just about now.
Yeah, it's one of the things about that is it's really difficult to do in the heat of the game, but you really need to be looking for points on the map that are flatter so that your units don't clump up when they stand still. If that happens, especially against a T-70, that one T-70 shot there would have taken the whole squad down if that had hit. So he got lucky.
Mortar squaring off against each other now. Barton does have 1 MG remaining, of course. He did have the original, he originally had 2. So he can do a little bit of suppression, try and claw his way back into this map. But Cruzz is building another T-70.
Another one? Okay, and also we've got commander picks now, so mobile defense option's been picked. The Puma could come out on the field, which would be quite nice. And that would counter the T-70s quite well. It doesn't look like he went for it though. He's gone for another MG, so he's definitely keen on this double MG build. I'm guessing he's really relying on that to be able to push out, is just stopping those conscripts and dealing with everything else with the Panzer Grenadiers and the sniper combination.
Do you know what, Dan? Yeah, the sniper's only got 13 kills. It's not even paid for itself yet. We're now 14 minutes into the game. If anything, I honestly think it was more of a handicap for Barton to build that sniper first.
Yeah, it was, because it's a lack of capping power, really. I mean, perhaps he didn't know how those early engagements were going to go, and he just wanted to have it on the field rather than trying to save up for it. But the fact that it took the health damage that it did straight away meant he couldn't really use it the way that I think he was expecting to use it.
We've got an interesting demo from Cruzz just above in the house north of the central victory point, so we'll have to keep an eye on that.
There's two, actually. There's one on the northern strategic point that cuts Barton off from his fuel, and there's also one, as you say, on that house there. So, again, it's going to be very, very difficult for Barton. He obviously can't see that one on the other side of the house as well, so he's probably definitely going to lose a squad to that at some point.
Sorry, the northern strategic point that cuts off his fuel. Where do you mean, mate?
I don't know if I can ping it to you. The very north of the map.
I see it. Got it. Yep.
The
Got it.
strategic point, it denies fuel to the northern team.
Yes, it does, doesn't it?
So-
Because the ice lake isn't actually a sector.
That's
course.
correct. Yeah.
Correct. Well, of course it is. T7. T70 roving around the map. It's the new T70. It's not got any kills quite yet because it's not been able to find a niche for itself.
Yeah, I also get the feeling Barton may have stabbed himself in the foot with this bulletin troll that he did, because I still haven't seen a single telemine go down yet, and he had 3 bulletins for that. Do you know what I mean? And it hasn't really scared Cruzz at all. Not even responded to it. In fact, he's brought 2 medium tanks out, even knowing that they're pretty much one.
Panzer Grenadiers
shot
wipe a conscript, so these Panzer Grenadiers have helped Barton get into the game tremendously.
Yeah, Puma's on the field as well now, which I think is a sensible choice considering he doesn't have any fuel.
The T70 just moonwalked into it with the new relic pathing mechanism.
Now there is a demo on the top on that very northern strategic point. It doesn't look like Cruzz's spotted it yet, but Barton, if Cruzz activates that, Barton will lose the squad, the MG gunner again. I'm gonna keep my eye on this.
Yeah, yeah. Well, you'll be a second away, so I'm also watching it. Oh, he's missed the opportunity, and there's incendiary barrage going off as well, and it pushed Barton away back to his base. So I think Cruzz was more trying to watch the XP roll in from those flames, perhaps.
Yeah, Cruzz just wasn't watching that. It looks like his attention's focused on trying to stop Barton from charging through the middle. But Barton's gaining a lot of ground. He's been very, very patient, for sure. The sniper's starting to come in and do a little bit more work now.
Dude, great shot in from the Grenadiers with the rifle grenade. They just killed the Maxim.
Yeah.
And with Car 98 fire after the rifle grenade, they just destroyed it. A Terminator squad. They were well trained. Not seen a Grenadier do that in a while.
No, it's a really good play from Barton, to be honest. Just everything he's doing in regaining territory. Very, very slow play. We haven't encountered these demos yet. These demos could really change. It could really change everything. I've just been told by Vulcanslane you can't activate.
Yeah. Did you not? Did you know that?
No.
But surely he had line of sight because it was his territory points. Oh, but once it had been whited, it was no longer his territory point, so he wouldn't have had line of sight to get, ignite the demo.
I was actually unaware of that change.
Yeah, me too.
That was,
God, thanks for that, Wolfenstein. Great tip there for everybody watching.
Yeah, thank you.
Sniper's now got 22 kills and counting, more than paid for itself. Veterancy 2 on that thing. Here we go. More incendiary artillery barrage is a sniper counter from Cruzz.
I didn't think he was using that on the sniper. Actually,
no, it was on the building. Smoke was on the sniper. That was a little bit strange.
Well, I'll be interested to see what Barton's doing. A lot of his force is very, very focused on the central engagement, and without that kind of fuel, and bear in mind he doesn't really have a late game tank. He can call in a command Panzer IV and hope to kind of counter anything Cruzz has with that and the Pumas. But without any kind of fuel, he's going to be very, very restricted as to what he can do tech-wise. So I think he really should be putting a couple more squads at least over to that side, but you can see he's desperate to get that VP back as well, just to try and stop the game from getting into a uncontrollable VP spiral.
You're going to have a light to medium armor, long-range anti-tank send-off soon, because you're going to have the Su-76 going toe-to-toe with the Puma at some point. Conscript in a dangerous bit of health here. No, the LMGs do indeed retreat because there's a second Conscript coming in to support. T70 on the warpath though.
Could have gone for the sniper there.
Good indeed! The SU-76 goes for him! Oh my god!
That was close.
Interesting that he chose to. Do you know if he'd gone for him though, he would have been on the ice and the Puma would have picked him up off from max range?
Yeah, you can see the Pumas in that position just in case the T70 does come across. He would probably be able to sink it in the ice. Barton may have just spotted that demo charge now on that house as well. Incredibly fortunate for him.
And he shoots it
that.
with a minesweeper, destroying the house. Nice.
Yeah, so very, very good that Barton spotted that. It was complete fluke as well, just having the engineers there at the front. And this is the good thing about running your engineers with the minesweepers like this, is that you won't get caught out like that. So he's being very, very careful with his play right now. The minesweepers always go first. You can see he's just spotted another mine in the mid. Yeah, very good play indeed right now.
Just a shout out to Generals, gentlemen, who I believe are going to be casting the NA bracket. You've got Von Ivan. You've got Red Wings playing in that, so it's going to be a little bit stronger than it was last week by the sounds of things. So a lot of people played in both last week and were tired by the time they got to the second one. Oh, good push from the shock grenadiers. Shock troopers rather, pushing away the grenadiers.
Yeah, pretty safe retreat for Barton though, nothing serious happening there. Still no telemines.
Still no telemines. We do, however, have a pack 40 finally out for Barton. A 20-minute pack 40.
Puma's in a bit of a risky position there. It's got to fight up against the T70 and the SU-76 just came in as well.
Oh, main destroyed on the Puma from the SU-76. That's marauding. The sniper's also in its range. The SU-76 shoots through the eye of a needle, gets the Puma. Great shot there by Cruzz, and Cruzz is now in an authoritative lead, I would say, in terms of material at least.
Yeah, Barton just instantly replaced the Puma. I think he knows it's really the only thing that he can do right now, at least. He may have even been planning for a command tank to go with the Puma early game and build the veterancy up, but he can't do that now. He has to have that Puma on the field just to stay alive. I'm wondering if the munitions he's got are going to go into Panzerschreck Grenadiers, because there's really nothing else that's going to be able to take this IS-2 on seriously. The Pumas are very, very highly intensive micro units, and
talking
I don't
of heavy
think he can...
tanks, he's instead gone for the KV-8, but he's going to have more than enough fuel to go for the IS-2 very shortly.
Yeah.
2 mortars out for Barton. It's an interesting proposition. He's got 3 Grenadiers, Panzer Grenadier with the Shreks, the Vet 2 Sniper. Is anti-tank entirely just the Puma and the pack? Obviously the Shreks as well. But is that enough to contend with the medium armor and the KV-8? It's going to be an interesting one.
Demo charge on the north once more hasn't been spotted again by Barton, but he's not going to get...
And no longer able to be activated thanks to Wolfenstein's info.
Yeah, well, he does activate it to get those last... He activated that when it got whited, though.
Ah, Wolfenstein lies. He lies all the time, mate. Never trust a Wolfenstein. That's what I say.
It was decapped. He wouldn't have had line of sight, so we need to look into this, to be honest.
Yeah, we need somebody to counteract Wolfenstein's misleading information. Wolfenstein is Goebbels, basically. Don't trust him. KV-8 comes in. It's against the MG watching over the centre. The MG just soft retreat out of there. There is a pack waiting for the KV-8 should it peek its nose out. The Puma's also going to get a nice shot in from the side.
Yep, it's not going to be that much of an effective push for Cruzz. He is starting to retreat as well, which is nice. Mortar from Cruzz. What's that on? 3 kills at the moment, so at the best it's just really harassing things. Yeah, really interesting. Barton has managed to regain control of the fuel, and he's got the 2 VPs, so he's definitely slowed Cruzz down. I wonder if this heavy medium tank build that Cruzz has gone is going to pay off, because once the Panzerschrecks get in with that Puma, it's going to be very, very difficult for them.
And now the pack 40's there to complement them, and they're going to have a nice array of fire that they can start to do some serious work if they need to. I mean, what's he got in the late game though? Unfortunately for Barton, he has gone mobile defense, so he's just got the command tank to look forward to, unless he goes tier 4 or something, which I doubt.
Cruzz there using the T70 for vision with the switching off combat mode and going into recon mode. That's allowing the AT gun in the center to get a much larger sight range, and without really needing the infantry to spot for it. Obviously the infantry can't really get too close because of the grenadiers and the MG, so having the T70 there for that purpose, very situational, very good thing to do there. because it means you don't have to
Ooh,
sacrifice
T70
it.
comes up against the Panzer Grenadiers. Do manage to get behind the shot blocker just about. Elsewhere, you've got a lot of veterancy on these Grenadiers, and the mortars are really doing work. Cruzz cannot push up against Barton's position with his infantry because the mortars just eviscerate them.
Yeah, I kind of feel like Cruz's lost that kind of army, that insane army size that used to be stronger than Barton. Barton's just slowly turned the tables on that, and although he hasn't got the vehicle presence anymore, he has the anti-vehicle presence. He also still has the option of these damn telemines, which he hasn't actually used.
You're just gonna have to let it go, Dan. You're gonna have to let it go.
I will have to, but these telemines are 41 munitions for him right now, so he could really be laying those all over the place. Cruzz has double
good shot in from the
minesweepers,
Puma against the S76, but here comes the march in the medium and heavy armor. But the Panzer Strikes get pushed away entirely, and the Puma gets shot again by the Su-76. This Su-76 has 2 kills, Dan. Do you know what those 2 kills are?
They're Puma.
They're Pumas, that's right.
Yep, I've seen it, believe me. There's an incendiary being popped down on the support weapon position. May even get those grenadiers running through the flames. It's putting a lot of pressure on Barton, which is nice. And the IS-2 has just been unlocked as well, so I imagine Cruzz will rush straight in for that. But a second AT gun's coming out from Barton. He probably expects it. Barton just can't catch a break on the on the fuel income. Cruz's suppressed it the entire game.
Barton's gone for a nice logical solution to the Puma problem. He's instead built another Pack 40. I think it's probably wise in this situation.
Yeah, it is good for him to do that, to be honest. But with the threat of the KV-8, Su-76 and the T-70, the combinations that Cruzz can come up with to get past these right now is just unbelievable. Because the KV-8 can burn everything, the Su-76 can indirectly fire everything.
Calling it now, Dan. We're calling this this composition the 4 Horsemen of the Soviet Apocalypse.
4 Horsemen. Yep, I agree.
IS-2 comes rampaging in. The Pack 40 tries to rewrite his position to penetrate, but you got the T-70 flanking it to the south. Grenadiers will try and Faust it, but it's not even suffered any health damage. Oh, it has. It's got its engine damage. Pack 40 down. All the while, here comes the march of the Grenadiers and the Panzer Shreks come in. KV-8 comes in hard against the MG position and finds the mortars in outer position. IS-2 going for a big wipe against these Grenadiers. Oh my god! 4 shots, 4 models die instantly. Another one dies.
Crazy. The whole squad's just gone down as well for that. That was an absolutely insane shot. Barton very, very correctly going to pick up the Panzer Shrek there off of the Grenadiers, but he nearly cost him the squad. He's lucky to get away with that.
Absolutely, and Cruz's horsemen are all still alive and kicking.
Yeah, the double Panzer Shreks actually did a lot of damage against the IS-2 then. I mean, those first 2 shots that came on nearly took it down to half health, so maybe he would even consider getting another squad of those. Where did the Panzer... They died, didn't they, the second IS-2 shot?
They absolutely they died, and it was a massive trade-up for Cruzz. He pushed in, and how could it go wrong, really? If you micro what he's got in any way, and you try and circumvent a pack, you've got it, and there's no way you can lose that engagement.
Well, where was the other pack in that engagement? Would be my question. I mean, really, where did that go?
It was too far north, dude. It was on the land bridge, and I think it got a few good shots in, but that second pack, it heralded the charge from Cruzz. As soon as it was whited by that T-70, he could just push all in. And he did suffer a lot of shots. If you notice, IS-2's down to 30% health, his KV-8 and T-70 took a little bit of a pounding, so it's not like that second pack wasn't working. Oh, demo went off there, but it didn't actually do anything.
36 kills on the sniper now, by the way. So
nice.
Definitely putting the manpower drain on Cruzz, but it's still enough for him. I would safely say he's probably got every vehicle in the field he wants right now. He's got the long range, he's got the sight spotter, and he's got the armor taker. So, sorry, the damage taker. So yeah, I mean, really, the reinforcement cost is the only thing right now. He's got everything that he needs. He's got repairs. Maybe even going to consider getting more conscripts or shocks or something like that. But I don't really think Barton can employ that manpower drain effectively.
I just did the mental maths in my head. You'll be impressed by this. 7,200 manpower if a sniper killed 36 conscripts. So that's a hell of a lot of manpower bled by that Barton sniper. So actually, we've got to give him some credit, and he just got rid of the T-70 thanks to a great shot in from the Puma.
He didn't just get rid of it. It's a band. Oh no!
Oh, the bloody mortar! Barton could have had that for Christmas. The mortar just destroyed it. What a naughty mortar!
Oh, that's a shame, actually, yeah, because they'd already taken the shot by the time he got to it.
Yeah, that shell was in the air and Barton was just saying, oh, for God's sake. It's the SU-76 again, the vanquisher of Pumas. It's already got 2 to its name and nearly got a 3rd one.
Yeah, it's doing a really good job there. Mortar nearly hit the sniper as well.
It just got veteran. Yeah.
Still trying to decide if Barton should bring out another AT gun or go for the Panzer Grenadiers, because it would make sense. He hasn't cancelled that bunker that he built in his base, which I think is... He should be using that manpower right now. I don't even know if he's forgotten about it. But that bunker is still built. And he could be using that right now.
Oh, has he still got the Ghost the bunker up? I cannot believe that.
Bunker.
Oh, he's had to be a big retreat from Barton because Cruzz is coming for him again. Not taking the heavy tanks onto the ice lake though, and he'd be well to do that. The pack does open up against the IS-2. It doesn't hit though.
Cruzz is playing it safe. He's just in and out in these engagements now. Nice kiting from him. Amical position's very strong, capping all around the map with the conscripts when he can, knowing full well Barton's going to be chucking everything at these VPs. Yeah, I mean, double Pumas now from Barton as well.
Well, the 4th Puma built now, and they've got a 50% mortality rate. It's not a great thing to know as a Puma crew coming onto this map.
I'm still kind of looking at this bunker and thinking, what's he doing with it? It's 150 manpower just kind of wasted on this.
At least it's not pop cap wasted. The IS-2's pushing in. Oh, shot against the sniper, hits the wall instead. Pack 40 opening up. The mortars again have veterancy now.
Oh, the stun shot as well.
Good shot.
Take some shots now.
Vehicle is shocked on the IS-2. It is going to be able to retreat out of there though. You've got the SU-76 with a big barrage against the pack, pushing that away.
Yeah, very, very good push there from Cruzz. Lovely use of the indirect fire from the SU-76 to complement the push from the IS-2. Very, very nice.
Conscripts again pushing around, capping points on the map. Seems that Barton is able to keep them back in the east at least with his vetted LMG and the Vet 3 now sniper.
Just checking out the match stats. I mean, the only thing that Barton's really produced in the last maybe 10-15 minutes is 80 gun Puma. So you can clearly see that's what he's struggling with. The main focus is really what he's doing right now. He just needs to build the veterancy up on the Pumas in order for that to become effective. Then he could possibly look, if he gets some veterancy on those two, possibly look at the Command Panzer IV. And that would obviously bring them out a little bit more as well.
Absolutely. Cruzz knows what's been working well against these Pumas, and he's building another one. It's no longer the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse, because he's got 2 SU-76s basically, very shortly.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably the best decision to deal with the Pumas, because they're going to be trying to micro their way around the KV-8 and the IS-2, and you know, the SU-76s, they're just massive stay-away weapons for Pumas. That being said, another AT gun could even that out quite reasonably. I'm still in favour of the Panzer Grenadiers coming back, to be honest.
Yeah, absolutely. It wouldn't be a bad option for Barton. He has, in terms of victory points, by the way, it's the first time we're going to mention them all, Cass, because there has been a large amount of parity maintained. He's on 169. He's got a nice bank balance, but Cruzz is in a strong position. But at the moment, Dan, it seems like we're going to be looking for an all-out knockout punch.
Yeah. Cruzz has now reached 96 on his pop cap, so this is really the time. You know, he's got enough fuel in the back. He can make some plays now quite comfortably. Do you know what I mean? And
absolutely.
Still recover from whatever happens. So Barton somehow manages to find a triple cap. 2
SU-76 is pushing in. He's got his targets in his line of sight. He's going to go for the Puma, no doubt. Will it be the 3rd Puma killed by SU-76 fire? No, it won't. They do manage to retreat. The SU-76 has this time missed. Sniper's feeling aggressive, taking some shots at the conscripts. And that push seems to have been mitigated at least. Oh, SU-76 goes down. Pack 40 at max range in the centre.
Yeah, really, really good positioning there. I was just watching Barton's sniper play. Like, whilst that entire engagement was going on, he was still microing the sniper and managed to get some really good shots off against the shock troopers. And that's big manpower loss right now. And Cruzz is starting to really lag behind on the manpower game. He's very, very pushed for it, even though he's got less units in the field than Barton. So you know, these kind of shots with the shock troops means that when vehicles die and you know squads get wiped, it's hard to replace
Absolutely.
them. So
Gren's getting pushed away from the north, and I'll just bring at this point to our attention. We actually called out, but in the early to mid game when Barton was really suffering and Sniper had not many kills, we were saying, why did he build that Sniper first? And it seems to be that Barton is such a co-expert, as he would like to be known, with his snipers that he just has so much trust. And do you remember that ghost bunker that's still there now? I think that's a testament to Barton's, you know, all-in sniper play.
yeah, definitely. Well, I mean, we've had a lot of people join the channel since that's happened, and just to explain, like with the bunker thing, T-70 chasing sniper back into the base. Barton built this ghost. It was so quick. It was so fast as a response. To even come up with that idea was just ridiculous, but it worked. You know, it threw the T-70 off. Good micro from the sniper. Actually managed to save it. You know, so it's a shame he hasn't cancelled it to make it the kind of whole thing complete, but it did the job.
KV8 pushing in against Grenadiers with the IS-2 in the north. He's going to maintain that position, but this is allowing Barton to solidify the centre. Oh, big push in the Puma and the Pak-40. Oh, keeping the KV8 at bay.
Yeah, he's doing a very, very good job to hold off this combination of the IS-2 and KV-8. Not an easy thing to do by any means. There's a battle going on between the Puma and the Su-76, in which it looks like the Puma gained the advantage there.
It gained the advantage because the Su-76 was going for a counter-sniper light artillery barrage, Dan. That's what it was going for. It wasn't in a duel with the Puma, but the Puma took advantage of that and wiped it out. So Pumas are now 2-2 against Su-76s. Are they? It might be. No, the Pak. Yeah, 2-2 because the Pak-40 killed the other one.
Just want to say, by the way, the manpower game is now really coming in for Cruzz. I'm not really sure what he's been doing with his manpower that's got him in this situation, because you know he hasn't. Well, yeah, obviously, but I mean, it's not like he has a lot of squads in the field, and his primary pushes have involved vehicles, and they haven't really died before now. So this is where Barton's going to start becoming stronger and stronger now. Is he's got a lot of veterancy. You know, he's taking off a hell of a lot of manpower, and Cruzz can't replace those Su-76s. Which is exactly what's keeping the Pumas at bay. Pumas are now going to be able to counter the IS-2 and KV-8, so it's going downhill for Cruzz very, very quickly.
It is.
Cruzz needs to come up with something.
With regards to the snipers, so people understand, these top levels of play, the sniper metagame is if the sniper persists throughout the game, you will start to see whoever's got that sniper plugging away, they will have an emergence of manpower victory over their opponent, and it'll just happen, and we've seen it happen this late in the game, around 30 minutes. Look at Cruzz's manpower income and over manpower relative to Barton's. Barton's been plugging away all game, and Cruz's suffered for it.
45 kills as well in 36 minutes, so he's broken the 1 per minute mark, which is what you want with a sniper really. It's a minimum to have 1 per minute, but the sniper has definitely been the key unit for Barton. It's very good that he hasn't lost it, because that would have been a game changer if the sniper went down early on.
That's 9,000 manpower. That's a hell of a lot.
Well, I mean, I assume you're basing that on conscripts alone. You know, the shocks have been there
Very
as well.
true,
The shocks
sorry,
are more expensive, so the amount of manpower that has
anyway.
been taken off.
It's a hell of a lot. Yeah.
Did you say 9,000?
Yeah, I did the wrong. I slipped a decimal place. But what are zeros, Dan? Dan, what are zeros? To be honest, I did my calculator on screen, and the number was too low, and it wasn't extravagant enough, so I just added a 0. 9 million manpower.
The extra 0 is Barton, so.
Yes, exactly. I see what you mean. Based on his avatar, I'm with you.
That's cool. We're cool with Barton. If anyone doesn't understand that comment, Barton trolls me a lot, so as well as everyone else. So yeah, here we go. It's interesting to see now what Cruzz is going to do to get back into this. What I really like that Barton stole a kind of a triple VP cap just at the end of, well, actually it was kind of middle of the late game as it's been so far. And Cruzzy's had a lot of pressure in defending these. I haven't seen the demo charges go back or the mines. I think that would be a really good idea for him, because Barton hasn't had minesweepers going over to the flanks. The minesweepers have always been with his Pumas, because I think that's where he's expecting the mines to be. He wants to snare the Pumas and then obviously try and counter them, you know, with some of the later game units. Katusha now on the field from Cruzzy as well. This is a good choice. He's going to want to be clearing those AT guns. I mean, look at the blob next to the Pumas right now. Katusha's going to have a great shot there, forcing a lot of retreats.
From Barton. Barton's on the march, to interrupt you there, Dan. He's got his Pumas, his Paks in position, and he's also got a Pioneer, so he can begin scouting for Soviet armor now.
Yep.
Here we go, big push. The KV8's out of position, as is the IS2. This could be
On the
Barton
ice,
absolutely smashing it. He's penetrated the IS2. You've got the KV8 also with engine damage, thanks to a Faust. And how long will it take Cruzz to realise that Barton has this? He's got his 2-pack 40s, he's in position, Cruzz isn't.
Well, I don't know, to be honest. Katusha on the 2AT guns is going to allow for the IS2 to go in. IS2 just killed the sniper then on the mid VP. So
oh no, not the snipey snipe.
Yep, apparently so. This bunker still in Barton's base.
I could use that manpower right now.
40 minutes in now. Really, really good play by Cruzz there. You know, drew the Pumas and the AT guns out, used the Katusha to fire on those, and then dominated with the IS2. Managed to get the snipers. It's a big pickup for him there. He's going to be able to start getting his resource rate back up. You know, difficult for Barton to replace that unit with the kind of pop cap he's got in the field right now. But Barton has just brought the Command Panzer IV onto the field. Well, I say just, it was fairly recently. So these Pumas are now going to be very, very effective.
Absolutely, and that situation, I mean, I was hyping up Barton in a really strong anti-tank position. That Katusha just came in and absolutely ravaged him.
Yeah, it was the right thing to do to tech up to tier 4 and get that Katusha, and I think that was a very, very good decision by him. A lot of people would possibly be discouraged by having to do that and stick with mid-game units, but just being patient and doing that will probably pay off for him quite well.
Panzer IV Command Tech does get snared, and Cruzz is in a position where he can push for this central victory point now and keep a parity.
Doesn't look so strong without that sniper though.
Absolutely not. Suddenly the keystone to Barton's army composition is no longer there.
Well, I'll be interested to see what the next thing is from Cruzz actually. I wonder if maybe he's going to keep some fuel back in case he needs to replace the IS-2. Losing that could be a bit of an issue from him. I'm wondering also as well, does Barton plan on teching ever? Or is he going to try and roll out the end of this game with the Puma Command Panzer IV combination? It's probably, you know, getting something out for him like now, like a Panther or something right now, if he could, you know, save up for it, would probably be a really good option for him, especially with that Command Panzer IV. His pop cap doesn't really allow for it at the moment, so he's just kind of forced into this strategy, but I have the feeling that something is going to go down shortly.
Here comes another Katusha barrage. This time on the south, it catches Pioneers and the Command Tank. Command Tank gets snared as well.
KV8's in a dangerous position as well. 2 AT guns pummeling that. It's just a slow strangle from Cruzz. He's doing the right thing. He's been very, very reserved about everything he's doing. No crazy pushes, because I think the Pumas will probably be able to get him off guard. They have got target weak point available as well, so that will obviously help if they do push in too deep.
Why is Barton building that, Dan? Oh, it's just a snare on the Puma. He's got a 222 coming out.
Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? I don't really know, to be honest.
Was it a
misclick? Maybe I don't know. Maybe he wants sight. Maybe he's going to try and get some veterans on it, because really the AT guns here are the key to this, and he needs vision for it. He can't get vision at the moment because of the Katusha, and you know, the shock troops are preventing him from getting too close. So maybe, you know, with some veterancy on the scout car, he's a good chance of getting some long range sight, a bit like the T-70 was for Cruzz earlier, and then you can utilize these AT guns a bit more. Use the Pumas more for flanking rather than defending from these frontal assaults.
He's only got 2 Vet 3 LMG Grenadiers, but they just terminated that combat engineer on retreat.
Oh, I know exactly why he's got that 222 out. He's going to go around the back for the Katusha.
Oh,
and,
nice, yeah.
He is actually there at the moment, so if he can get this right, then obviously he'll get that unit down, and he'll have the dominance again. Cruz's gone for a T-34, which brings that fuel cost down, so he can't replace the Katusha easily now, if you know what I mean, because he's
absolutely. IS-2 getting aggressive. The 222 is pushing into position. Is scouting for that.
Barton's close to driving it on that strategic point though. Got to be really careful with the micro here, not to reveal that.
Here comes a Katusha barrage against that. Those pack positions. Trying to smash a part of that ice. Only killing models. 222 has been found out.
Good mine from Cruzz there. I think he was nearly predicting that, wasn't he?
Was that a mine that went off? Fantastic
Yeah.
prediction from Cruzz. And the MG bunker gets the kill, and nothing's going right for Barton right now.
No, it was a really good idea, and I think Cruzz probably already thought of that, to be honest. This is natural, isn't it, for players to go around. Maybe Barton paused before he drove there, and I'm not sure whether it was where he was waiting for the Katusha or whether he was deciding whether to take that risk or not, but yeah, it didn't pay out for him. Absolutely beautiful mine placement by Cruzz.
Pumas do suffer, they are having to get out of there. All the while you've got Cruzz's infantry and Maxim support. No, sorry, that's the stolen MG42, of course it is. One from the Katusha barrage. Great work from Cruzz, he's trading up all the time and he's even getting a material advantage now. Bit of larceny.
Close game.
It's a very close game. It's been very difficult to predict, and it's also nice having the chat window up and people keep saying GG for this player, GG for that player, and they're never right seemingly.
No, it's switching hands a lot. Both players have excellent micros. They're more than capable of turning it around every time. But the army composition is definitely in favour of Cruzz right now, I would say. Now that that sniper's gone. And it keeps growing stronger and stronger. We could even see another Katusha come out if Cruzz wanted and just really finish everything on the other side there.
It only takes an IS-2 on a bit of ice, and the Pumas finding him there. But here, no, they've gone over the river, and the Pumas all found out of position. It was getting repaired. Rear armour showing. You've also got the T-3476 in position. This could be GG right here if both Pumas were to go down.
Not even trying to get that other one out of there.
Smoke, he was waiting for the smoke. He's kept this one in here. It was great play from Barton to keep those things alive. All the while, the Panzer IV command tank was shooting. Pack 40 was in position, rear armour penetration.
Not an easy engagement by any means for Cruzz then. It didn't go quite as well as I think he was planning it to.
Barton is such a volatile player to play against. He's like a, you know, Winston Churchill says, I like a man that smiles when he fights. Barton is very much like that. He enjoys the struggle, you know. He lives in it. He was born in it, moulded by it.
It's just really good play. You know, to turn something like that around, you know, the pressure was really on them. There's a lot to deal with, the IS-2 and all the rest that just came in.
The mortars have been evaporated by the Katusha, losing a lot of veterancy there.
Only one of them though, wasn't it? So.
It was just the one, yeah. But he lost, I think, 2 pips of it.
Pioneers ready for assignment.
And you obviously get that rate of fire from the veterancy on the Wehrmacht mortars is very prominent. How this it was an interesting decision, wasn't it, to go at T-3476s, but they are rather disposable and you can use them to help you in those big all-in pushes. In terms of victory points now, you'll notice that Barton is getting close to 100, but Cruzz isn't far behind, 163. It's very tense. The tension is palpable. You can cut it with a knife.
Well, Cruzz only has to make one mistake before he's going to be pushed to replace anything. Barton would be able to steal probably a triple cap, as he has done previously in the mid-game. Second Puma is now repaired, needs to get back in the field as quick as possible. Still no telemines. I mean, Barton loaded into this game with triple telemine cost reduction abilities. They're only going to cost him 41 munitions, of which he is stacking munitions. Yes. And I haven't seen a single one come up on the match stats.
That is a very valid point. Oh my god, the KV-2 is... KV-8 is reversing into the packs there. It gets taken out. A bit of pathing issues, possibly.
Yeah, it's the pathing feature kind of made that happen. I mean, he would have had to click there anyway, but you know, hey, if you're going to look on the positive side of the pathing situation at the moment, it's that at least you can drive out of the engagements faster because you're facing the right way.
Yeah. I hate to say this to you, Dan. I know you've been playing Code for 5,000 hours, but vehicles go fast as they do forward and backwards.
That's not true for all vehicles, actually.
Is it not true for all vehicles? A lot of vehicles it's true, though, isn't it?
No, not really. The reverse speed isn't the same as the forward speed.
It's true for
That's why people use Blitzkrieg on things like Panthers and stuff.
Oh, Katusha comes in against the packs. They've also got a lot of veterancy on those packs now. Veterans 3 on one of them, in fact.
I just saw, by the way, a telemine has gone down somewhere. It's the first one of the game at 39 minutes. I can't spot it.
IS-2 pushing in.
By the way,
Sends-
triple bet on that AT gun.
Absolutely, that was from the nice kill on the KV8. And look at the penetration.
So
No, I've just had the answer, by the way, Dan. We were both right. Max speed doesn't matter, so I was right. However, acceleration does matter. So there are different acceleration statistics for each, forwards and backwards. So in effect, we're both right. Isn't that a nice situation?
makes a change.
Yes! Command tank being a pest. It's got 11 kills and counting, trying to stop the march of the shock troopers.
There's 2 on the ice there, needs to be very, very careful with that.
Absolutely, he does. Victory points are still in Cruzz's favour, 83 and 82, and dropping for Barton. Katusha barrage coming in. Double Katushas.
Yeah, I was kind of expecting double Katushas. The first one has been so good. I kind of wonder if Barton may consider trying the scout car again, because that mine is gone now because he hasn't replaced it. So it could work unless he's kind of thinking that Cruzzy will do that. Really liking the reinforced bunker that's come up on the strategic point. It's going to help Barton stay in the field a little bit longer. Again, there's still a bunker in his base.
I knew you were going to say that. As soon as you said the word bunker.
The game, and he's still got a half-built bunker. Not even a half-built bunker, the troll
So
bunker.
if you could, like, you know, if you were Barton's manager and you were after this game, maybe he loses this first game going into this best of 3, you're going to be slapping him. Just get rid of your bunkers and build telemines, damn you!
Well, it kind of goes backhanded now, because I just want to praise Barton for building that bunker in the first place to stop the T-70. And then,
Barton, but he just won't let you. And the big Katusha barrage absolutely disintegrates that pack crew, getting rid of the veteran T3 there.
Very good. Humans are going to do T-34 on the left BP now. Doing tons of damage as well. That's going to go down. So quick.
Nice from the Pumas. By the way, Dan, Wolfenstein would like to apologise. He was wrong about the statistic he made up. But he did make a video.
I think we all knew that.
But he was so adamant he was right. He's made a video on it, and his face must have dropped when he made that video. You know. Oh God! At least he's made the video anyway. So.
Don't worry, Wolfenstein. It was. Thank you for trying to help us.
Oh, but he has got a new stat, by the way, that if you can actually stack demos as of a recent bug in the patches, so you can make super mega demos now, and he's made a video of that as well, so we'll watch that actually in the intermission after this game. How about that?
It's good. Right, Barton has managed to stop the triple cap coming, well sorry, it wasn't a triple cap, he's managed to stop the VP drain going in by capping the left side. Also managed to pick up the T-34, which is very good. It has been replaced by Cruzzy, but that is off the field now with the veterancy, so that's quite nice. Katusha dangerously close.
Get rid of the Katusha, and the Katusha, the Grenadiers darted it, but then they died anyway thanks to 2 Katushas. Oh,
That just went down to Katusha. Crazy engagements here for Barton. I don't think he can really push out with those 2 Katushas there. It's such a shame that the scout car didn't work the first time. That really would have been a game changer, but Cruzzy with that mine placement, that may have won him the game in effect.
Well, we keep saying that may have won the game. We're in a 52
Well, no,
minute contest now.
we can talk future, you know, respectively at the moment. You know, if it comes down to it, that would have been definitely a contributing factor to a game win.
Absolutely.
Doing that. So, you know, not saying he has won the game by any means. Barton's very, very good with holding his butt. That would be something that did it.
Can I let you into a secret, Stormless? Barton is notorious amongst tournament organising referees because his games tend to drag on forever. He relishes the late game. He plays for the late game, and here we find him 52 minutes into this titanic conquest on Semoski Winter.
Yeah, I don't think he's doing this intentionally. I mean, Cruzzy is giving him an absolute beating at the moment in the mid game. Sorry, the mid to late game, and he's done so well to cope with it. But yeah, it is an incredibly long game. VPs have been neck and neck the whole way through. Barton now again on 2 VPs. They look like they could be quite well held as well. I'm wondering though, Should he tech up? Do you feel like he should be teching up to anything, or do you think it's good to just
I
stay
think the
with
time has been and gone now, mate. I think because he's on 67 victory points, if he was more than 100, maybe he could tech, but he's just got to keep the pressure up. And in teching, he'd be spending his manpower on the tier 4 building and the technology itself. So he's just got to keep the pressure on.
Well, he very fortunately does have the micro to deal with just the commander call-ins that he's got. You know, playing the Puma very well, double vet on both of them now to get those to triple vet. They would, I reckon, quite confidently be able to deal with IS2.
Oh, these Katyushas are ravaging Barton's army. We just saw the veterancy mortar get taken out. That's both of them now destroyed. He's got a new pack on the field, but that's about it in terms of support weapons.
Barton nearly got that Katyusha down. I don't know if you can see the health that one of them's driving away with. 80 gun didn't manage to get the follow-up shot. I don't know why Barton didn't take the shot. I guess he wasn't looking there. Very unfortunate though. That should have gone down really. I don't know why that Katyusha didn't go down to that shot.
Absolutely. We've got the T-34-76, the second one built now, putting a lot of pressure down on these Grenadiers, but the pack is in a nice position. It'll just be able to turn slightly, fire straight away, and the Faust went in. It went in a little bit mistimed though. If it had gone in a second later, you would have had a damaged engine. Never mind.
Yep, Pumas are going around the side to deal with that at the moment, which they should be able to do that fairly easily. Barton has the 80 gun lined up on the retreat of the T-34, which is pretty good gameplay there. That T-34 is going to go down.
Absolutely great gameplay from Barton, and he's thriving now. 55 minutes in. It's just the Katyushas are his mortal enemy, and Cruzz is getting really aggressive with them with their shot, so their barrage accuracy is getting a lot closer. And look at this prepared position for Barton. It's going to get massacred if he's not careful.
What's gone down in the centre? Barton's putting an MG bunker down, which is a really, really good choice actually, for keeping those infantry off and also protecting him from the Katyusha. It means that MG can actually now go and do other things like stopping the conscripts from gaining sight on those positions, which is what he's currently using to spot for the Katyusha. So he could consider moving that MG up onto the flank left side of that VP. 2 T-34s are now being put in, so it looks like Cruzz is going to go for a rush strategy. Probably going to bring those around the side of the map. I haven't been able to spot where this telemine's gone yet though. Very, very intrigued to see where that's gone, or even if there's any more that have been put up. But
March of the conscripts into the centre. They are going to be nullified now by the MG bunker. That's very quickly teched. So that's actually worked out for Barton in that it's keeping him in the game just about. Well, big Katyusha barrage comes in. Goes up against the Pioneers and the mortar.
Instant success with that bunker though on the centre VP. That's going to keep him in the game for a little bit, I think. Definitely.
Pumas are testing their doing a few jabs into position. The Ziscon has been pushed away. They wanted those Katyushas though, and that's not what they're going to get because the IS-2 is in the way.
Look at this. I can't believe Barton's actually pushing Cruzz back with this build. Another T-34 is coming out. That's going to be... Oh, there's actually the second one probably from earlier, I think, now that I'm looking at it. The first one just goes straight down, no contest. Barton needs to get his Pumas back out of there and repair those.
Yeah, absolutely. Fortunately for him, it's only a shock trooper right now, but he still needs to get out of there. Pack 40's been decrewed, so at least they killed one of the T-34-76s, just one other to tango with.
Looks like that AT gun very, very overextended. Does get blown up by the Katyusha, and IS-2 pushed through there. And the IS-2's possibly going to take down the bunker in the middle now, which is exactly what he needs to do to get that second VP back off of Barton. Not really sure what Barton can do right now. He's lost the heavy pop cap that he had to consider another AT gun or something. Look at the push.
Oh, the P4's blitzing! It's going straight for the Katyushas! Has he found them out of position? He has indeed! One's already down to 20% health. The IS-2 has traversed his turret. Katyusha down. Will he linger? Will he want to keep this? 26 kill Panzer IV. Probably should have just gone for it. He's always going to die against the IS-2. Where are the Pumas all in all this? He needs the Pumas to come and save the Panzer IV's life. Currently getting repaired. Cruzz shock on the IS-2.
What's that Katyusha doing? Katyusha massively came forward there. I get the feeling that was probably an accident. We want to see Barton using these stun shots again more. Engine damage has been taken in, so the Puma's moving in now. One round the back. The Katyusha's out of position. Those we could get the Katyusha again, and he is going for it right now.
Big shot in from the Katyusha!
Wow. Katusha bites it on the second shot though. Barton's managed to get both Pumas out of there on triple vet as well.
Oh no, the T-44-76 max range gets the vetted Puma. Cruzz is in a dominant position now, but Barton can still stay in this battle, especially if the second Puma threading the eye of the needle, firing at that T-34-76. You've also got the Panzerfausts coming in. Both have damaged engines currently.
Crazy engagements there. It's kind of a shame that Barton didn't get both Katyushas with the Command Panzer IV push, because it was definitely the right thing to do. Such a good moment to pick that. I can't help feeling that Barton could easily get back in this game right now if he just cancelled this bunker and built a Puma. So ridiculous.
Absolutely. Barton was once. I won't go on about the old games. We need to stay focused on this game as it's happening here and now. Katusha Barrage coming in, Pack 40 pushing up. He's trying to find it out of position again, but he's probably going to lose his Pack 40 if he's not careful.
This is good. This has really evened up the infantry game for Barton. Now remember, he does have the bunker on the center VP. Oh no, sorry, that has gone down, so he doesn't actually have that anymore. But VPs are starting to even out again.
48 to 67, Stormless. This is getting really tense.
Grenadiers from Barton are the dominant thing on the field right now. There's no real easy way to push Barton off with the Puma and these Grenadiers. And look at Barton, he's just absolutely tearing it through the middle right now. He's probably going to recap some of these AT guns as well. You know, Cruzzy's been destroying the AT guns rather than at any point trying to pick them up, so...
Oh, T-34's found out of position, and this Zis-gun has been taken by Barton, so you can have a wall of AT momentarily. Puma pushing in, pinging off the frontal armour of the IS-2. Also, by the way, not Barton, what's your name? Stormless. There is an MG in that northern house facing the wrong way, and it's been there for the past 20 to 30 minutes. So Cruzz does have his equivalent of Barton's bunker. Okay, so they've both made a mistake in terms of manpower. It actually equals itself out. The second Katusha went down, Stormless.
Yeah, that went down earlier. So the Command Panzer IV got the first one, and then the Katusha was behind the IS-2 during that big push in the middle. Managed to get two barrages off before the Puma came around the side of the houses and took it out with a one shot. So both of those went down, and Cruzzy's had to replace it right now. But look at this, deadlocked 48 to 48 VPs. We're an hour over the game.
It just went in Barton's favour for the first time. 48 to 46. The comeback is real. He's got this line of LMG Grenadiers waiting to terminate anything that comes in their path.
Barton's not even waiting for Cruzzy to come for him. He's lining up AT guns. He's going to be focusing on stopping those tanks coming over the ice river, possibly even forcing them to use the road, which I think he has been putting telemines down finally. I've actually managed to spot one. Yay!
Where? Tell me quick. We need to celebrate this moment.
It's wait. Oh no, those are actually Soviet mines. I don't actually know where they are.
He hasn't them.
That's a Soviet mine by the tree. Barton's actually disarming them right now. So you can see here, Cruzzy's forced to go around this other route now.
Push coming in from Cruzz, he's going to have to do it, dude. He's absolutely going to have to do it. Big call from yourself there. In fact, he's going straight north of that. Is he baiting him into mines? Big Katusha Barrage comes in. Devastates that at MG42.
Could be a crush from Cruzzy on the ground. Doesn't happen though.
Might still happen. 2 kills, 1 kill, 1 more required. Will the Hulk gonna get it? Shock troopers on retreat. Yes, getting one of the Grenadiers. Big push in from Cruzzy. He needed to go down that road, and he's done so. The AT is redirecting. Only shock troopers are coming in, so they will be able to force them away.
Yeah, Cruzzy has to make this happen right now. The IS-2's finally been repaired. That was the last thing to be repaired, so he was relying on the T-34s there. That one is confident enough to come over to the ice river now. And it's really going to come down to this VP hold from here on. Barton's just secured the right-hand VP with a bunker again, so it's going to be very, very difficult.
Oh, T-34-76 goes down thanks to the Puma, but the IS-2 turns its turret and takes a big shot against the Puma in turn. You got the Zis gun, the stolen Zis opening up on the IS-2. However, the big story here is that the Puma just went down, but Cruzz is also taking that central victory point, and it will soon swing in his favour. Big push in against the pack wall. The shock troopers are doing work, Dan.
Shock troopers are doing absolutely great, and the right-hand side just went down to conscripts as well, even with the bunker being there. So I think Barton may have just bit the bullet there, to be honest.
Oh, he bit the bullet, but he showed such bravery and absolute gamemanship in this game. It's been an absolute titanic conquest. To and throwing two bodies just flew across my screen. That's how ridiculous it's been. The anti-tank guns have been taken. Here comes incendiary artillery, however, so they're not going to probably destroy the IS-2 Grenadiers on the central victory point as well.
It is not over yet by any means. Barton has regained control of the right-hand VP. He's also going for the middle as well. Looks like there is a squad of Minesweeper Pioneers on the left to go for the triple cap. And if he gets the triple cap, we've only got, what, like 24 seconds of gameplay left.
Big IS-2 barrage done. Big IS-2, big Katusha barrage.
Katusha.
Yes, that's what it's called. It's firing rockets, whatever it is. The Grenadiers do go to the west of the victory point there. They are going to survive, and that's what Barton is doing. He is surviving. He's taken that eastern victory point. He's gone north with a Pioneer. He's taken that northern victory point. It's looking good for Barton right now. 22-14, Dan.
Cruzz is going to have to be really careful here. He needs the infantry to cap both of these VPs, but all he's really got is vehicles. The Pioneers are so busy trying to repair everything that they're not really going to be able to pay that kind of attention to the capping. MG protecting the middle, Bunker protecting the right. Barton's only got to wait a couple of seconds. He's about to equalize the VPs.
No way! He did
again.
not bring this game out! You just writ a eulogy for him. He's keeping that Pioneer in the northern capping circle. Big push in from Cruzz. He has to go now because he's got no choice. Pack 40's opening up against the IS-2. Faust goes in. IS-2 is going to get destroyed.
Oh
Barton's going to take it. 7 victory points to 14. Dear God.
Oh my god, and he's got the cap on the left-hand side as well. There's no way Cruzz can come back from this now. It's GG to Barton.
Okay, how did he do it?
My god.
How did Barton do it? That is unreal. We have GG to the Polish man. Holy crap. How on earth did that happen? And I have to say, that was one of the best games ever cast in 15 FPS. I was really proud to bring that to everybody there with Dan Stormus. That was a cracking game.
Mate, my heart is racing. I cannot believe he just did that. You know, you were saying about Barton being a last-minute person for casters.
Yes! He's notorious. That's why tournament organisers hate him. The entire tournament is now going to be pushed back by Barton's stupid best-of-3. That's going to go on for 4.5 hours.
That was something else. Let's just have a quick recap of what went on there. So Barton opening up the game with a sniper starting build, which is a very, very brave thing to do. Cruzz managed to push it off with the 4 cons, took tons of map control, and Barton spent the whole game trying to build out of his base. Just kept his infantry alive, got so much veterancy with such excellent control. Cruzz coming in with the medium armor, constantly forcing Barton to go for mobile defense and Pumas. This extended into IS-2 builds with the Su-76. I can't even believe that. How many times say Cruzz won, Barton won, and even like
the chat was saying it all game. If you go through chat, you should be saved for his prosperity. It swung at least 4 times in each player's favour. It was ridiculous. What a game! I'm going to save replay because that was awesome.
Yeah, great turnaround, and well played, Barton. Well played.
Absolutely. And we're obviously going to need a little bit of a break. Just whilst these players acquiesce, we're going to stick, obviously, with this best of 3 because it's the best of 3 we chose, and I'm glad we chose it, even though it nearly killed us.
Yeah, these guys are neck and neck with each other in terms of skill as well. Like you can just see micro-wise. I do get the feeling, if I'm going to be honest, that Barton. It feels to me that under pressure, Barton has micro engagement in these massive tank battles that come in. He's still controlling a lot of units very, very fluently, whereas I feel like Cruzz's build order was helping him out a lot there. I think Barton definitely displayed the better micro throughout that. Be interested to see what he does playing as allies.